Were there any conflicts kind of, I'm sure you did well working with the military on that side of it, but were there
Yeah.
any conflicts with the PhDs, engineers, where you're like, okay, this is not the military, this is something slightly different?
There was probably a few times where I maybe wasn't as polished.
Tell us the
I remember
story.
one.
Tell
I
us the
remember one
story.
specifically. Yeah, I was frustrated.
Yeah.
I had done a lot for the company. I'd already brought probably about 30 or 40 million in, and I had been promised some things, a raise. They were, sending me to get my master's degree, which I really appreciated. Right, that was a very, very big plus to get paid for. But I also owed them time, and it was supposed to come with a promotion. So somebody got hired over me, which was a friend of the CEO, and
Of course.
I didn't think he was doing a very good job. We had a group outing to a local professional baseball game. We had a big suite and everything, and I may have had a few too many. And I confronted our CEO during the seventh inning stretch and basically told him how fucked up everything he was doing was. He would do something like that when, and frankly, not only that, but how poorly the guy he brought in was doing, and how nobody liked him. And he essentially was making decisions that had fucked a bunch of stuff up. I definitely got a call to come to the CEO's house the following Saturday, showing up, and meeting the family and stuff, which is not the first time I'd been there. I had been groomed for some bigger things. And that was like my first time really, doing something that crazy. I was kindly reminded, that that's not the appropriate situation to do something like that, and that I was out of line. But 6 months later, he was fired, and I was given that raise, and it turned out to be really good for the company. So I'm not suggesting that that's the way to do things, but
Yeah, you got a
you
little
have to
lucky
be very
there.
aware of the political capital that you have in an organization before you
Yeah.
pull some shit.
In retrospect, right? Sure, would you have done it that way? Or let's say you looking at what would you advise him? How would he play that?
What I would have done is I would have asked for a one-on-one meeting with him. I would still have done the same thing, ended up at his house having a conversation, but I would have asked for the opportunity in a much different way. And frankly, I probably those things would have ended up happening maybe even earlier had I done that.
Right. Right.